I have to congratulate you on your potential blog to present a useful perspective on the Apple/Samsung patent wars. My suggestion is that you do not enter into the feckless he said, she said exchanges but provide a framework for future potential analysis. For instance, several years ago, I can't find a copy since it was done before I had digital capability, I produced a paper titled something like The High Social Cost of Patents, the Protection of Intellectual Property Rights. At that time I was particularly interested in the two inventions that finally had enormous socio-economic implications, the development of the steam engine and the development of flight. What I was not aware of was the incredible paranoia that both Boulton and Watt and the Wright brothers had so far as losing their intellectual property rights. Boulton and Watt spent enormous cerebral and monetary resources to scan over all of UK to search for and take legal action against any semblance of theft of their invention. I identified the following costs but few benefits. Since an improvement or change of their steam engine was treated as an infringement, they incurred the cost of delaying any beneficial improvements. Because Watt abhorred the use of steam above normal atmospheric pressure, the development of the steam engine using high-pressure steam was delayed. In fact, the Watt engine was essentially an atmospheric machine and only useful for such simple tasks such as pumping. It was incredibly heavy and of no use for transportation. Watt's cerebral available time to improve his invention was limited because of his state of continuous litigation. Most monetary benefits accrued only to Boulton Watt and its employees, and to lawyers they had to employ. It is not too difficult to conclude that in this case the existence of the patent impeded the improvement and development of the steam engine for the faster and greater benefit of society. The Wright brothers, to my mind, were even more paranoid than Boulton and Watt. They basically sat on their successful flying machine for 2 years while they worked assiduously to make all their patents absolutely watertight. They then took their machine to Europe and released it to the world. Wow! Because Europe was all pent up to immediately build, duplicate and improve the flying machine, one of the Wright brothers suddenly was devoted 24/7 in vast litigation defending their patents. This was responsible for this brother suffering a nervous breakdown and having his health adversely affected for the rest of his life. Clearly the Wright brothers did not enjoy their invention. Furthermore, the vast societal benefits of flight had been unnecessarily delayed for at least a couple of years. There is a wealth of literature available in this area. In my original paper, using other examples plus the two above, I was able to conclude that the patent incurred the significant opportunity cost of not being able to benefit from the synergy of exposing the invention to many willing and able contributors, like a continuous brainstorming session. Delayed the widespread transfer of the invention/innovation to society and thus incurring a loss for society. Caused unnecessary wheel spinning by having to engage in almost continuous litigation. Distorted the distribution of society benefits in a heterogeneous manner opposed to homogeneous. A few got very rich while the majority benefited little. This aspect of the enormous social costs that can be incurred by the patent, which provides a certain measure of intellectual property rights, has attracted many thinkers. However, to my mind the most practical one is the visionary programmer Professor Richard Stallman at MIT. Foreseeing the widespread utilization of the personal computer, he established the GNU is not Unix general public license, which is an inverse of a patent. Stallman appreciated that the lifeblood of the PC would be good readily available software. Such software can only be available if it involves the continuous input from a synergy of highly motivated informed experts. The GNU GPL attempts to assure this. Remember our fascination, even jaded public servants were impressed several years back with the so-called Japanese approach to management, the diametrically opposite of the Steve Jobs approach. My biases are beginning to show. I definitely am enamored by open source software. However, I will be delighted to enlarge on any aspect of the above for your reading pleasure. Again, John, I have to congratulate you on your blog initiative. The Apple/Samsung fracas is, to my mind, a ridiculous piece of incredibly wasteful wheel spinning that can be blamed totally on the vicious, expletive-deleted, predatory behavior of both Gates and Jobs. Recent research has called into question the conventional view and, consequently, the effectiveness of patents as a tool for stimulating innovation. In careful empirical studies, the value of patent protection, estimated from European patent renewal data and averaged over technology fields, has been found to be 15 to 25% of related research and development expenditures. Schankelman, 1998. Langeau, 1998. These modest estimates are consistent with findings from surveys of innovating firms suggesting that inventors rely on other ways to appropriate returns from their investment. Cohen, Nelson and Walsh, 2000. The theoretical literature shows that when research is sequential and builds upon previous discoveries, stronger patents may discourage subsequent research on valuable, but potentially infringing, follow-on inventions. Merges and Nelson, 1990. Scotchmer, 1991. In this case, the enhanced ability to enforce patents may impede rather than promote innovation, contrary to conventional belief. Even if patents do not stimulate innovation, policies that promote strong patents may be justified. A second purpose of patents is to promote disclosure, a benefit that remains intact under the modern dynamic theory of patents. Inventions that would be kept secret without patents are more likely to be revealed when under patent protection, making them freely available after the patent expires. This benefit of patents must be balanced against the social costs that arise because the disclosed inventions are not freely available during the patent term. Patented inventions will be used too little, may hold up subsequent research on related inventions and may generate substantial transaction costs from costly legal challenges about possible infringement. But if patents facilitate a market for technological exchange, as has been argued in the literature, licensing and other arrangements that permit the use of technology during the life of a patent may mitigate these costs.